Michael, it's a big one, dude. We keep talking about it. More next-gen Xbox plans have been revealed. Dalton Cooper of a Game Rant. It seems as though Microsoft may be planning to release its long-rumored handheld Xbox console alongside a proper home console that would serve as the successor to the Series X. Michael, are we going back to two systems again? Haven't we seen the problems already with the Series X and the Series S? We just talked about it just the other day on the show. It seems like it's going to continue, doesn't it?
It does, but in Microsoft's defense, if your underpowered console isn't a console like the S, but it's a handheld, you get a little bit more leeway, right? It's like, hey, it's a handheld. It can't handle things. So I'm okay if we say, all right, Series S successor is handheld, Series X is the big one. I'm curious, though, because we talked about this the other day. I don't want Xbox to do this, but what are more details? Hit me with the rest of this, Drew.
All right, here it is. Amid worries that Microsoft would be abandoning its hardware business, Xbox execs confirmed that next-gen hardware is in development at the company. They stopped short of revealing too much about the next-generation Xbox plans, which makes sense as we're only 4 years into the current console generation. With the current console generation of gaming, Microsoft's tried a new strategy, releasing two distinct versions of the console: the pricier and significantly more powerful Xbox Series X, and the weaker but a lot cheaper Xbox Series S. Both consoles are able to play all the same games, kind of, with an asterisk. Dude, I'm putting an asterisk.
Maybe.
Though the Series S sometimes has to make concessions when it comes to graphics and performance that aren't necessary on the Series X. In any case, new information seems to suggest Microsoft more or less continuing in that direction with its next generation Xbox plans, though the rumored Xbox handheld may take the place of the Series S. So down for a handheld. Clearing up confusion about the next generation Xbox being a handheld, insider Jez Corden clarified that the next gen Xbox handheld would exist alongside a Series X successor. Quote, is going to be two different things. They're not just going to try to go all in on handheld only, end quote, Corden said on the Xbox 2 podcast, as reported by Pure Xbox. Quote, no, continuing on. Considering how popular handheld devices like the Switch, Steam Deck, and even the PlayStation Portal have been, it would make a great deal of sense for Microsoft to pursue the market, though this seems to indicate it won't be doing so at the expense of its traditional home console efforts, as some would be worried. I would have been worried. I like that they're not doing just a Switch port going, boom, this is our next gen console, take it on the go, this is all you get. I want the home hardware to be a beefy machine that we're guaranteed to go and play. We'll talk about it in a second. Let's continue on. Previous reports and rumors have pointed to the next generation Xbox console releasing in 2026 or thereabouts. Though it's unclear if the Xbox handheld will come sooner than the traditional home console, the devices may be more separate than the Xbox Series X and S, which could mean that they have a staggered release. But that's just speculation at the time. Again, all of this rumor, take it with a grain of salt, right? It's no secret that Xbox hardware sales have been way down and are far below the PlayStation 5, so it would be interesting to see just how long Microsoft continues to produce new Xbox consoles. Microsoft has been on a spending spree of acquiring studios to bolster its lineup. We talked about that too the other day. It's funny how we got all these studios. No games still, Michael. Former Xbox exclusive haven't made their way over to PlayStation 5 and Switch in the past year, and it's possible even more games could be on the way, as there's rumors right now of Gears of War E-Day might come to PS5. Oh, you got to be kidding me. We'll see what happens. This is all, again, right? Speculation, pure rumors, but we're hearing more and more about the Xbox handheld device, which has me excited. Here's what I want. I want to be able to download my Xbox library on the handheld and go.
Yep.
That's what I want, but are we going to be able to actually get it? Right now, when you talk about the PlayStation Portal, dude, it's a streaming device that beams to my PS5. I take over my PS5. So, Michael, if you're on my PS5, I grab my Portal, jump in. You're no longer playing on my PS5. I am, right? So there's certain things I'm kind of curious to how this is going to work in the long end of it all. But the fact that we're going, again, two different consoles, the confusion continues, I think, with Xbox.
Yeah, I think naming is going to be maybe the most important thing, so we at least have a clear distinction. And the other thing for me, I mean, we talked about this the other day with a game like, Black Myth Wukong. If the handheld ends up limiting Xbox releases, because game companies say, look, we want to put it on the newest Xbox, but it doesn't meet the handheld requirements, so we've got to delay it. That would be my one concern, is if this handheld can breathe, the Xbox has to concede, look, maybe not all your favorite titles are going to go on it, or we'll produce it in a sense that at least they all work. That's my one concern. If we have this S and X split, and all of a sudden it's, hey, your favorite game, it'll be on PlayStation, it'll be on PC, but we can't do it on Xbox because the beefy console's there, but the handheld's not, and we want to make sure they're synced. That's my one concern, and that's what I talked about when I said Xbox needs to get away from this, but I'm with you. I get a handheld like a Switch, I can go on the go, log on my Xbox and play. Oh man, sign me up, as long as it doesn't delay any of my favorite games.
Yeah, I think that's a valid point, right? We constantly see this issue right now. As you mentioned, Wukong being the latest one to suffer from the S being interrupted into the series of the Xbox consoles right now, as we really don't have just one console to worry about, right? They have two different platforms. One's not powerful enough, which can't handle the latest games. Again, forget it. Just leave it behind, move on. Here, if you want to play Wukong, it's the Series X. That's where you need to go. Unfortunately, this thing just isn't powerful enough. You need to step it up. When you go to the PlayStation side, dude, it's a PS5. Done.
Yep.
That's it. It's easy, right? You have one SKU to worry about. You don't have two separate SKUs, one being less powerful than the other. When we get to the overall consumption of games, when you take a look at PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox, obviously Nintendo right now being on the tail end of powerhouse comparables, but it's still one of those things. Nintendo's about to ramp up for their next generation of console as well, which I think lines them up relatively well, because I think they're going to be out just before Xbox reveals whatever their new console is going to be. PlayStation's already still talking about the PS5 Pro, whatever that's going to be. Again, right, 4 years into this generation, feels like a lot longer than what it has been. I'm wondering how much longer are we going to wait till we get the PS6? Do we get a PS5 Pro, or skip it all together and move on to the next one? But when it gets back to Xbox, I love the idea of being able to tap in and on the go and keep moving. Allow me then, here's the other side of it. Streaming technology is getting better by the day. So if I can't download the game, maybe I can just stream the game. I really just want my Xbox controller in my hand, because my Logitech device, Logitech G Cloud is a cool device, and it allows me to stream. But dude, there's drift and there's like lag in between this, that, and the other because of the device isn't a Xbox hand controller. It's their own design. If we can get into the Xbox design with screen in the middle, allow me to play similar to how I do with the PlayStation Portal, man, I'm all in.